What's the best whiskey to celebrate the new year? Here's 5 great options. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Hutch, and thanks so much for joining me on this journey through the world of whiskey. So New Year's is basically upon us, and that means we need to talk about some great whiskey options to sip on this New Year's Eve and New Year's Day to celebrate the coming of 2025 in particular. So really excited to dive in. I put together a list of 5 bottles that I think fit the bill. Got a little creative with this list, so I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Bourbon Hutch, especially as we launch into 2025. Hopefully going to have a lot of great content for you guys this year, and the channel will grow a lot. While you're at it, hit the like button on this video. That's what gets it out to the most people. And then let me know in the comments below, what bourbons, what whiskeys are you planning to sip on this New Year's? All right, so we'll start out with the most obvious bottle on this list. Bottle number 1 is Barrel New Year. So you can't not have Barrel New Year on your New Year's bourbon list, right? So each year, Barrel comes out with a new blend to celebrate the new year. This is the 2024 bottle, actually. I'm not sure what's going into the 2025 blend, but I'm betting it'll be a good range of well-aged whiskeys from all over the place. This 2024 blend has stuff from Kentucky, Wyoming, New York, Tennessee, Indiana, Texas, Ohio, Maryland. Lots of different states kind of representing a lot of different American whiskey, and it's just a really fun blend. It actually goes very well together. It's a great one to sip on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Okay, sticking with more obvious naming trends, we'll go to bottle number 2, New Riff 8-year-old bourbon. So has the word new in its title, in the brand of the whiskey, so that makes it pretty attractive for New Year's. This also just so happens to be one of the best standard, around $65 bottles that I have seen released in the last couple of years. It is a phenomenal 8-year-old whiskey. As New Riff stocks get older and older, it's really cool to see how delicious this stuff is. Okay, so bottle number 3 is where we think a little outside the box. And so my recommendation is your infinity bottle. So I've got this decanter where I keep basically my infinity bottle, and I've tried it a couple times over the year, but I don't revisit it all that often. One reason is this is pretty bland whiskey. I didn't do a very good job building mine from the start. So maybe I'll take this, crack it open a little bit in the new year and kind of see where it's at. Maybe I'll even start from scratch again in 2025. Who knows? But I think it's a really fun time to crack out that infinity bottle, see how it's doing, and maybe evaluate from the beginning of the year what it's like and then what it becomes by the end of 2025. All right, so now we've gone a little outside the box. Bottle number 4 gets us a little bit more in the straight and narrow path, a classy whiskey, and that is Eagle Rare 10-year. So I think this is just a great crowd pleaser at around 90 proof and relatively affordable if you can find it. MSRP is supposed to be in the $35 to $40 range, but we all know it gets marked up quite a bit and is more difficult to find. But I think the rarity of it, pun intended, does lend itself to a nice pour to crack open on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day to celebrate the coming of 2025. All right, so the last bottle on our list is definitely the biggest, most impressive pour on the list, rounds it out nicely, and that is Old Fitzgerald, very, very special 13-year. So I think I really consider this last slot on the list as your special occasion pour. If you're looking for something that's going to really elevate your experience on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, look to that bottle that you've designated for special occasions. For me, that's Old Fitz. I made my video about the only 5 whiskeys you need for 2024, and this was my special occasion bottle. It's just truly delicious whiskey, and one cool feature with this one is this was basically distilled 25 years ago, way back in 1999. So as we step into 2025, a quarter century, this is kind of fun whiskey with a cool story to crack open if you have a bottle. All right, everybody, I think that's gonna do it. Hopefully this is a fun kind of variety outside the box list for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day for those of us who are whiskey aficionados. Hopefully you all have a happy, healthy, and safe new year. I wish you all the best in 2025. And let me know in the comments below, what will you be sipping on this New Year's? Until I see you guys again for another video, all I can say is keep drinking good whiskey and cheers.